Wee. So I'm still building this guy. I decided to do the reverse of this. The hat, as I'm calling it. Oops. And I'm gonna fix. I realize I need to push this pose a bit more, just in case. I already have a controller built for anyone who's new. Seen what the heck I'm doing. Built a controller so that I can get some sort of play out of it, but I feel like it needs to be pushed more, and I want to do a reverse of it so we can see the underside. So I'm going to need to build that, and that's what I hope to do today. And let's get started on that. I'm not really sure what's the best way of doing it. See a couple people hanging out now, watching. So thanks for coming. This is just a stream where I'm working on this guy here. I'm still building his rig and trying to give it a little more functionality to it. And I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to build the underside of the hat here, but I figured I would do it as a challenge to myself. And again, I'm referring to this thing as the hat, for lack of a better word for it. Right, so I probably should just dump this controller because the controller is probably no good. We can just get rid of this. Goodbye. And I'm probably going to have to change the way things are organized out here a little bit, because when we see the underside of the hat, it's definitely going to create issues in terms of the layering with what's happening here and then what is underneath, right? So here is my top. Messages. Let me mute my messages. Mute for 1 hour. So here's my top. What I'm gonna do is dupe that. I'll call bottom. Here's the nub. Terminology on this is silly for sure. All right, so let's dupe these. Let's dupe all of this. Copy nodes, dupe. Boop. Yeah, let's just shove it. Shove it over here. And this is the tone on the body. I'm going to change the name of this. Brim drop shadow. Brim drop shadow. And there, I guess, for now. And I'll hook this in over here. And connect that like that. Come on. And the last thing I need to do is send, I want to send this out and have it nest behind the body. So this is definitely turning into a little bit of a spaghetti. And the reason I'm keeping everything in here is because I want to hook up a master controller to all of this. So I'm going to keep it all inside of a group so that the master controller can push it all around. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm Syria. I still can never say your name. What's happening, dude? Thanks for saying hi. How you been? Doing some more Final Fantasy stuff on keyboard? What were you doing the other day? It wasn't Final Fantasy, was it? I think you played something. I can't remember what it was. So what I might do, this is going to get tricky. Oh, darn it all. I duped the wrong thing. I think this is it. That's it. That's what I should have duped. Nodes dupe. Give. This goes over here. Let's connect that like that. Let's connect that like that. And now we have this chunk, which we will tuck back here someplace. And let me see. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm making that bottom part right here. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, so it's nested properly behind his body. What I'm trying to do is just kind of, for now, eyeball. Yeah, well, let's hide it. Let's do that. Move it out of the way. I'll probably have to change the color and toning of this too. And the next thing I probably should do is, yeah, it was Tifa's theme. I didn't know animation. There's no such thing as animations, by the way. Animation. The plural of animation is animation. It's using sequence diagrams like this. Makes sense, like a program running. What do you mean? A sequence diagrams? What does that mean? What are you referring to? Are you talking about the node view, the thing you have right now on the right-hand side of your screen? Yeah, don't use the word animations. There's no such thing. Yeah, so this is a node view. I'm furious. Yeah, so it's a node view. It's a this stuff right here is a non-linear way of how all of this stuff connects. So these are all connections. It's like another way of displaying what is here in the timeline. Oops. All of this stuff, all of these layers and all of this gobbledygook. This stuff can only be shown in a very linear fashion. In other words, this is on top of that, that's on top of that, that's on top of that, that's on top of that. And we can nudge things in Z-space as we need to in order to cheat, or not cheat, break the layering order. But the node view allows us to make more complex connections than what the timeline can show us. So we can take things and route things all over the place and create far more complicated rigs using that. It's a very common thing. You know, a node view will be in all kinds of, like Maya uses it, and Nuke, which is a compositing program. So it's mainly for compositing, but we use it for rigging characters as well. Because like right now, what I'm doing, for example, is what I'm doing right now, this operation that I'm doing, where I'm creating this, it's hard to see what's happening right here. This chunk, which is going to define the under lid. So like right now I have an upper part right here, but I want to define the under section of it. And in order to do that in a more complex manner, I'm using the node view in order to basically create a connection that can't be created otherwise. Now, hold on, I just screwed up let me set that. Get out of the way. Let's do a quick render so that's not, all right, cool, still looks good. If that makes sense to you. Either like system diagrams, I'm used to seeing of anything complicated systems. Yeah, I mean, the term node is like a catch-all phrase. It's referring to any one of these things, or like, so like this is a node, but like this node is doing something different than what this node is doing, which is doing something different than what that node is doing. So the term node view is kind of a catch-all term. Two, you're confusing me. All right. Whoops, I'm furious. You're confusing me. So let's try and see if we can build the underside of this head here. Let's create another keyframe. Actually, yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. And actually right now too, the wood, I'm going to hide all of the wood textures because they're getting on my nerves right now. Let's just get them out. Hide them all. The wood. Dump it there. So now I can just concentrate on what the heck this stuff is. Kind of. Should turn the control off. Fortunately, I still have keyframes hiding in here, so that's a bit of a drag. That's terrible English I just typed. That's okay. I both type and speak terrible English, so that's perfectly fine. You know me. I'm the worst when it comes to typing. My fingers just do all kinds of weird things. So let's start building the bottom of this. And again, I'm going to push this probably way more than what I think I should. In fact, let me just pull up just that deformer. Yeah, so I'm going to push this probably to the point where it's going to like not look right. But my purpose of doing, yeah, see that's breaking over there. See that chunk coming out? That isn't awesome. So I'm going to try and push this as far as I can without it really kind of breaking. But I do see that like I'm hitting the wall here without getting like super complicated and like masking all the gobbledygook out. Like to see this little nub. Yeah, so like I have limits to this. So even when I go the other direction, where are you? So like this can go only so far. It's a little, why is this a little more forgiving? I wonder why. Go up. Borrow this keyframe here. Copy. Paste that in. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I might do some. The next thing I need to do is build a mask here for the body and make sure that's being properly masked out. Oops. We have something going on there. I need to take this and it's going to have to back in Z at some point. Some layer shuffling here. Ah, shoot. Damn it. Set one of these composites to pass through, but I don't want all of the stuff going through. I'm trying to use these composites to control where things exist, so then there's no weird layering issues that are going on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? If I set these all to pass through. Yeah, that makes sense. No wonder it's not really breaking here because I'm not taking the artwork and pushing it in on itself. Okay, I have a solution, I think. I have a solution. I can probably use this disc. Where is it? I can use this as a cut. As a cutter also. So let's see. That's going to be a drag. All right, hold on. Cut this. Let's see if we can cutter to help define. This may or may not work. Shit. Right. Now the cutter is incorrectly cutting. I don't. Oh, back into main room. Let's try this again. Oops. So like I said, I'm going to push this to like a degree that would be a little absurd, only because I want to give myself some wiggle room. Yeah, now I'll have to solve the cutter issue I just created for myself here, but let's see. Shit. Yeah, it won't go behind. Yeah, so maybe what I'll do is I'll make this as a pass-through. Let me see. Yeah, that's going to save some. Cool. Okay. All right, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Yep. Who knows when I'll have it finished? Keep an eye on my Twitter. I'll probably post it up there for fun. Yeah, I need to fix this edge right here. Ah, right. So where does this go? Maybe I can just shove it into oblivion. Maybe it's just totally hidden. It's possible. Just squish it into nothing so we don't see it. Right. Okay, so now the question is, what do I do with it here? Still just keep it squished, possibly? Squished. What do I do with it? Because it's cutting the shape. It needs to live somewhere, I guess. Uh, hides up there? I don't know. It'd be awkward, though. Yeah, I don't love pulling all of these things out of a group like this, but sure. Get over here. Come on. Be a jerk. I mean, I do have this. Shit. I mean, the only thing I don't like about this solution is that it's kind of revealing texture there, and as opposed to kind of like making the texture feel grounded in anything. I can try and feed this through a. And I need to. I want to fix this. I want to push this further than I probably should be, because I don't. I want it to go to a point where. Where the hell is this color card? Make this so that it's so extreme that at least I'm giving myself plenty of space to work around inside of. Whoops. Really make that kind of rounded. Hmm. Okay. Weird. Some weirdness going on here. I don't know. All right, let's run this through a sample. Let's create just a test master controller for this. Oh, finally, last but not least, where's my. Okay, there's that, and where's the other one? Where's my. Oh, it's over here. my middle port. Where is it? Oh, it's this guy. Oh, well, where am I? I got a mat gen here. What's that? Oh, yeah, I wanted to fix that too on the. What's this one? That's going to have to be fixed also. Yeah, I got all these mat generators for creating the tones and stuff. Hmm. See what we can get out of this. Maybe the visibility on this. It's annoying. All right, let's just say that's okay for now. All right, let's test. Build a test here. Okay, 1551. Invert. I'm going to call this test. Filter it out. And we'll just connect it here. Create. Create. Okay. Test. Let's see how this works. Yeah, see, there's some weirdness going on. Don't like that. I'm going to put the masks in a little bit more. See, I ad hoc the mask in there, and that is not playing nicely with the rest of the stuff. I'm also going to need to put a, well, now I also see something else. Hold on. There we go. Try that. And help control it. I'm putting an additional keyframe in there. So we're at 51, 60, 51, 53. Perfect. That's version 2. Cancel, filter, test. All right, well, we have more control going on, so that's good. The middle keyframe is giving us more control. The problem is the mask. So the mask can't just be coming out of nowhere like that. So that's a problem. This looks okay. From the top to the bottom looks all right, but then we get some weirdness with the mask. Again, because I ad hoc'd a mask in there. This is not behaving properly, so this is going to have to be like nudged back in Z at some point, so I'll have to control that. But this is looking okay. Let me come down here. And we're going to do something with our tone. But definitely, yeah, I ad hoc the mask in there. So I didn't plan for that because I'm making this part up as I go along. Because I didn't plan on doing this. But this looks okay. But I'm not getting that type of play that I wanted. It's going to have to be I'm going to play a little more with that. Yeah, so I've been up for about 30 minutes. I think it's about time for me to wrap up. Thanks for joining me, guys. I hope everyone has a good weekend, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.